The Arizona Diamondbacks now lead the NLDS 2-0. Blowout game 1, and they win game 2, 4-2. They bent. Oh, did they bend? Like a limbo dancer or whatever. But they didn't break. And even though you had your ace on the mound, the milkman, Zach Gallen, going up against their rookie, Miller, you still had your doubts. I'm still thinking it might have been better to have Gallen pitch at home instead of on the road where he struggled. And Gallen said, hold my milk. Besides a solo home run, besides one little bomb, he did his job. And you can feel comfortable when you're up 3-0 already in the beginning. This team, my goodness, do they strike early. First 3 are on the bases, and it's loaded. Carroll walked. Marte, I believe he bunted. Pham hit a weird single of sorts. The bases were loaded. Walker hit a sacrifice fly. Gabby hit a sacrifice. Gurriel hit a single. And then Thomas struck out. But you were up 3-0. And you just know that the Dodgers were going to respond. But they didn't. The part where I got nervous was going to the third inning. I believe, yes, going to the third inning. And their 9-1-2 hitters were up. And I said, wait a second. This is exactly where we were in Milwaukee. Perdomo, Carroll, Marte were up to bat. Perdomo walked. Perdomo singled. Carroll hit a home run. And Marte hit a home run back-to-back. I'm like, it could change in an instant. Gallen said, out. And you felt comfortable again. He did give up a solo home run to J.D. Martinez, but that was it. The offense for the Diamondbacks, for the most part, really shut off after that. And you would like to have seen more because their bullpen, they pull out the big guns. Gratterall, they got the big guys out there, Brazier. And, I mean, they did what they had to do. I mean, I was thinking like Gratterall sounds like Tylenol. It sounds like a headache medicine. Brazier sounds like a Brazier. Just laughing at myself there. But then it got interesting. I'm trying to think what came first. Oh, Gurriel did hit a home run. That was big. Gurriel, probably the player of the game. He's either hot or cold. And tonight, thank goodness he was hot. Drove in 2 runs, and that was a difference maker. But then Gallen, he let 2 little bloops get into play. He had 1 out, and 2 little bloop hits got into play. And then Torrey took him out. And I said, that's rough. You have Hayward up the bat. You have their 7, 8, and 9 hitters. I'm thinking, Gallen can get out of that, can he? And he went to Sal Frank in the 6th inning. And I said, this is rough. I just feel like he has it, man. And Sal Frank, my goodness, my heart rate was at 156 when I saw like his first 2 pitches. They were nowhere near competitive. This kid's been incredible. He's been on it. But his command was off. And I'm like, there's no way he's going to strike anyone out. He walked the first hitter. Was it Chris Taylor? I believe it was Chris Taylor. And the bases were loaded. Still can't find the strike zone. Then it was a single. Bases still loaded. 1 out. And you're thinking, it can't end like this. I know the way Torrey is. He always has his guy pitch 3, and he takes him out. He was at the 3rd hitter. I'm thinking, just survive. It was Outman. And Outman, he got out, man. I can't believe he struck him out because I swear he threw 7 pitches. Not one of them was a clear strike. 2 of them were borderline, but not one was like a clear strike. And he struck out Outman. They took out Sal Frank. They bring in Thompson. And he got the job done. Next inning, got the job done. Even though he did commit an error, but double play, and then he got him out. I'm so happy he's on this team, man. I I always have to say, like, on paper, and you can go back to my recap, I was so happy we picked him up. Because he's always been one of my underrated, he's on my list of, like, underrated relievers, probably at the top. Him and Tommy Nance were, like, two I always praise how underrated they are. Yeah, that'd be not a bad guy to sign next year, guys. Tommy Nance, pretty good. Don't judge the ERA. He just, you love to have a guy that just pitches differently. When you have a bullpen of guys that all pitch the same, teams get used to that. When you have a guy that does a swing arm like that, it really throws hitters off. So it's good to have a bullpen full of guys that really pitch differently. And this is what this bullpen is now. He's such a big difference to this pen. And you're up 4-2, and it's a nerve-wracking 4-2. You had your chances. In the top of the ninth, you had bases loaded, 2 outs, and Walker was up to bat. I'm like, could my guy deliver the kill shot? He didn't. And that hurt because I really want him to get the exposure that he deserves. I mean, before that, Gingo pitched just a fun 8th inning. I love the Gangster. And then Seawald came in. And he's probably the guy in the bullpen I'm the most nervous for. But I know he gets the job done. I know he does. And it was effortless. He got it through so smoothly. Bob Costas crying in his sleep tonight, which is beautiful. And now you go back to Chase Field for a chance to win the series. With, I presume, Fott next game. I think that's confirmed. And then Kelly going up against, I think, Kershaw again or something. And folks, I just can't believe this is happening. This is real life. All I have to say, if I got to do a pregame of 3, Fott just has to survive the first inning or 2. I'm going to assume they're going to use the bullpen pretty early. And I know he's a rookie, and I know he looked really nervous in that Milwaukee game. He just has to survive. I know the Dodger bats are going to come out hot against him. But you're going up against Lance Lynn, who's given up the most home runs out of any pitcher this season. So if the hole's not big enough, you can easily take it back. And it's so funny to me that the 2 teams that have yet to lose in the playoffs are the Rangers and D-backs, like my 2 teams. I mean, D-backs or Rangers any day, but I got friends in the Rangers organization. This is real. And just kind of like you really soak it in. And what's great about winning this game is that the Dodgers, they're not going to celebrate in your pool. Nope, you avoided that. You controlled your destiny. I said the ball was in your court. You controlled it. Taking 2 in LA. Almost unheard of for me. If you told me, I don't know. I'm a loss of words. A complete loss of words. That they came out. And like, this was a more convincing win. Because game 1, you're up by a lot, and you just think the Dodgers are going to be out of it. The Dodgers had their opportunities. I mean, you had your opportunities too. You could have probably extended the lead. But you bent, but never broke. Game 3. I better hope the fans show up. I do not want to see any blue in the stadium. I know there's going to be. But you got to take out the Dodger fans early, and you need to show up. Fly. You need to do what that fly just did. You need to swap that fly out of there. Corbin Carroll, his first playoff series, just what a difference he's been. Marte's gotten his hits. Pham, hey dude, keep doing it. Walker, drawing his walks. Gabby, difference maker. What a difference that trade makes, by the way, for Gabby and Gurriel for Varsho. You got to shout out Hazen, man. The fact that he got that deal done and to see where the team is now, you're in a great spot. I hope they can do it. It'd be great to win home. The ball's in your court.